Alright.
Alright, we got a Dylan Hatch.
Yeah, we gotta clank it like it's a shot, though. That's the routine. Every time we Dylan, we don't have to like clank if we're like sipping or anything, but if we're Dylan hatching, we gotta fucking clank it like it's a shot.
Oh wait, I gotta do that.
Bruce Willis, dude.
Bruce Willis. Good job, kid. Damn.
Wow.
Good job to us all.
Yeah,
Wow.
there
I
we
want to
go.
cry.
Way to start off.
Good way to start off. All right, guys.
Bibbly wobbly wood.
Welcome to the Crawlspace.
I think that's the name.
I honestly think that's the name too.
At least for now,
I was
dude.
just saying that shit because that's the only thing we thought of, but whatever this... I don't even know what the fuck this is going to be. This is just going to be one long-ass conversation that we recorded this time, so... Really...
Motherfucking D. God, I got like a bug in my eye or some shit. Fuck the mountains, but at the same time, love the
Bro, we
mountains.
went up to the fucking mountains while we were waiting. Instead of going up to like Boulder, we went up to fucking Golden.
Oh
And we
really,
went
dude?
down to, like,
Honestly,
Lookout
like
Mountain.
I would fucking like I would retire in Golden. Like I would.
That's a dope ass spot too.
It's so nice up there, dude. Because like literally like plateaus and shit, they're just like a bike ride away, bro.
I literally mentioned
Yeah.
that as we were driving down. No, yeah, fuck, what was that place called?
Lookout Mountain.
Lookout Mountain. It was pretty
Yeah,
dang.
because that one's like the first exit off of like I-70 or whatever that.
Yeah,
one is.
yeah.
But like right by like.
Oh, you got a nosebleed.
That's
That's
I
ass.
blew my nose. And,
I just remember, I just got like a flashback of you just like looking in it.
That moment of fuck. Alright.
It's fucking. Do you watch the fight Saturday
Yeah.
night? All right, we're referencing UFC 239. Main
I know
Main card.
main card was John Jones and Rafael
Thiago Santos.
Yeah, Thiago Santos. Undercard, well, pre-main event was
Nunes versus Home.
Holly Holmes. Yeah,
And then before that was Jorge Masvidal versus
yeah,
Ben
that
Askren.
was fucking. I didn't.
Which
Dude,
Let's
fastest
get into some
knockout.
outcomes because I don't know how any of this shit.
So-
Okay, so first fight was Ben Askren, who's he's the in MMA standards, like out of all the guys in the MMA, he's like top tier wrestling guy. But that's honestly like he's got some power, but he's not like wrestling is his thing. Not like to like decredit him or anything. Like he's a great fighter, but wrestling's like really his only thing. And fucking Masvidal exposed that so hard. 'Cause literally, Masvidal literally like fucking the ref was like, all right, let's do this, and fucking Masvidal literally had both hands behind his back, just sitting on the cage, and then he started like slowly walking up to Ben, and fucking Ben like literally he goes in to shoot. And Masvidal was like, all right, and he fucking out of nowhere just comes running up.
Takes
and
like
fucking,
5 running steps.
Fucking knee to the fuck. It was weird, and the knee hit like his like.
Hit like the side of his
Yeah,
head.
it was weird. It hit like more shoulder than head, but it hit the right spot. He like
Straight KO.
Yeah, he stiffed up, fucking like.
He was on the ground and his arms were locked up and like his body was tense. Like you could tell he was out
Yeah.
before he fucking hit the ground.
So is this the one that got over in like
4.5
fucking-
something seconds.
Yeah, literally like 5 seconds.
It was
insane.
the fastest
Fastest
knockout in UFC history.
Ever, dude.
That's about all.
And
I
he
know.
still and
That's-
Masvidal still got like he
Yeah.
still got like 2 hits after like he was obviously out.
That's the reason, because like they called it at like 5 seconds because that's when the ref like jumped down and like waved it, but like the hit that knocked him out occurred at like 4.2 something seconds.
It was like
And then there was like that half a second where it kind of ran up and like threw a couple ground and pound shots to like solidify it. But no, that was fucking clean. Okay, co-main event, motherfucking Amanda Nunes versus Holly Holm. Holy shit! Did you hear what Amanda Nunes said after the in the post-fight interview?
No, I didn't get to watch them live. I literally just watched what is it? I just watched like highlights this morning.
So, fucking the whole fight, Holly Holmes is doing that like Jackson Wink shit where you're like fucking stomping their knee, right? And Amanda Nunes says that, like, in the post-fight interview, she's like, no, yeah, I knew she was going to be, doing that fucking, like, oblique kick shit. And so I told my coach, I want to knock her out how she knocks out other bitches. And the coach was like, fucking, you know that oblique kick? Just, counter that shit with the right high kick. And straight up perfectly, Amanda Nunes, Holly Holm lifts up that leg and kind of comes up, Amanda Nunes just... fucking bounces like her instep off Holly Holm's forehead, and she drops to the ground, lands on her ass. Like it was bad, dude.
With literally like the exact kick that that Holly Holm fucked up Ronda Rousey.
Fucked up Ronda, fucked up like. I'm trying to remember what happened.
I honestly haven't seen any of her other fights.
She
other than
like there's
Ronda.
a famous S1 where Holly Holm hit like such a clean question mark kick and just this bitch crumpled.
So what's a question mark kick?
Question mark kick? I mean, to anyone who's wondering, you make your leg go in a question mark. I'm about to demonstrate it here in these.
For all the people that can't see it.
But you go up and then like normally you throw like a body kick or something. You just kind of flick it around to the head, so it's. And it's just like so you can fake to like low and then and like if I don't know, I can't really do it in these jeans, but when you're flexible enough you can just fucking whip someone right in the head. And Holly Holm is ridiculously clean at that, and then Amanda Nunes just comes up and does it to her like it's nothing.
Dude, I never realized how hard like kicking someone or just like kicking in general.
It's like I mean not necessarily the same, but like it's like a baseball bat. If someone's trained and can throw a kick pretty damn hard, that's like a baseball bat. So you're hitting with your shin, like it's pretty damn bad. John Jones got kicked like maybe 15, 20 times throughout the whole fight, but literally he had to be like they helped him like off the octagon, off the canvas because like he couldn't walk. Like his whole left leg was like swollen like 3 or 4 inches off. Like it was bad.
I saw a lot of shit where like people were like Dos Anjos or I don't know why I keep saying Dos Anjos. Santos?
Thiago Santos.
Yeah, and I thought he like they were saying that like they thought he won.
He honestly could have. He fucked up his knee somehow. So like, okay, getting into main card now, John Jones versus Thiago Santos. It's
Alright.
It's like. So like it was pretty good honestly. Thiago straight up took the first 2 rounds in my opinion, and then like something happened where he like tweaked his knee or something, and a lot of people were saying that it looked like he had a torn ACL. Joe Rogan like was like on there like I'm pretty sure he has a torn ACL. Like throughout the whole fight he was like wobbling and he had to switch stances so John Jones wasn't kicking his fucked up leg. And then like he would like throw kicks and then like crumple back on it, and he like fell over one time when John threw a kick. And so John took rounds 3 and 4 like pretty significantly, but then like round 5 Santos was like, well shit, and just turned it up, and like for the first like 2 minutes he was kind of putting on heat, and like he easily could have taken that round, but like it was split decision John Jones.
Wow, that's crazy. Who do you think he's gonna fight next?
Jones?
I think
straight up it's either got to be DC like after the DC Stipe fight, or I think they got to run back Santos because he literally probably would have beat John Jones if he didn't have his fucked up leg.
Do you think he gave him like compared like do you think he gave him more like he was more of a problem than like it was a better like it was a tougher matchup than him like than Gustafsson?
Yeah, he like think of like the original like Gustafsson fight like where it was pretty damn even match. Jones was so like reserved trying to fight to like avoid Santos's power, and Santos was landing clean like 2-3 shot combinations.
He's got like a fucking Thor hammer.
Yeah, this dude straight up has a hammer. The thing shot his entire chest.
I'll fucking pull up a picture of him, dude. He's fucking insane.
Yeah, he's just some Brazilian
right?
scary
Brazilians
motherfucker.
are so scary, dude.
No, yeah, but it's pretty crazy. Fucking, I like straight up. I think they gotta run that back because if Santos' leg isn't messed up, like that might have straight up been like the end of John Jones as the greatest fighter of all time.
Really?
Yeah, in a decision, Santos straight up would have beat him if he could have been more active.
So for all the people that can't see this dude straight up just has fucking this is like straight up Thor's hammer, like specifically.
I don't know, but
it's just like a badass fucking hammer straight up all the way down his fucking chest.
Yep, he's 6'2", fights at 205 pounds, probably cuts weight to get there, so I'd say walks around like 220,
cutting
240.
weight's so weird though, cause I wish I thought about that shit in football. Like I would like, cause you know how in football like there was a weight limit, like Little League football, where there was like a weight limit where it's like you have to be this weight or under to be able to carry the ball.
Yeah.
Like I fucking wish that I would like
that's
put the work in to
Holy
where
shit.
like I got to that weight, and then after like the beginning of the season I could just put the weight on, because you weigh in and then you can put I mean they don't weigh
don't
you
care
like,
after.
before you, because it's like they like
Is it just like when you're registering for the season that they weigh you in?
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
it?
yes, but like UFC it's like you weigh in before
Literally the day before the fight.
you weigh in Friday like if you're fighting Saturday night, which most fights are, which like you weigh in like you're in light heavyweight, so you're 205. I don't know if that's exact.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Like
That light heavyweight is 205.
you could weigh in at 205, and then you walk into the ring and you could be like 210, 215 something.
John
like
Jones
that.
straight up says that he'll walk back in at like 220 most of the time.
Really?
Like in a day, he'll gain 15 pounds of water weight back.
that is
Jesus
insane.
Christ.
Those guys are crazy though.
It's crazy. Like my coach Ali, he was saying like if I wanted to fight, he could get me to cut like 12 pounds of water weight in a week pretty easy.
Yeah.
My Lord. I remember like watching The Ultimate Fighter, and like I remember it was Bisping and I think it was Bisping and someone else. And I
I almost
remember
want to
like,
say GSP, but I don't think he.
I don't know.
know if
No, I
he
don't
did
think they
Ultimate
ever
Fighter.
were same weight. It was Bisping and
Well,
someone.
they went because
Look it
they
up.
had like the fight. Did you ever see that? The GSP and Bisping fight?
I
At
probably
185?
did. I think it was Bisping and I don't know. It was Bisping and someone else.
It was a pretty crazy fight. I mean, like GSP, he was at like he fights at 70, right?
Yeah.
He went up to 185. So like, think of GSP. He's already a pretty damn ripped man. Like
Yeah.
he's like an extra 15.
Oh wait,
pounds
yeah,
of
Michael.
muscle.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking it was so long ago. Yeah, it was like not. It was like last year or 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
it was
I
somewhat
remember because he
recent.
bulked up for that. Because he was like, because he was usually like, I think he's like, I don't
He
know.
walks
what
around
fought,
like
I mean,
190.
he was like a smaller guy, but yeah, I remember he bulked up and he fucking
Are you?
He's perfect for wrestling, dude. He has that
dude,
wide
I know,
shoulder
dude.
base.
He like I remember when he ended
Oh,
like
you wanna
he
go
caught
with me?
fucking Bisping with that
You don't
left
have to.
hook, and Bisping's never been known for like he's never been known for a power guy. Like that's never been his strong suit. Like he's a very technical. He's a very just
Yeah, he kinda
very
works it
good-
down.
Yeah. But he fucking, he was big as like you saw him like when Bruce Buffer was announcing him. It was like he's big as
Right.
fuck, dude. We've never seen GSP this big. And he fucking caught him with that left hook, and then almost fucking like literally put like what is triangle when you got him in. What
Yeah,
did
but
how
he got
it
a
was-
rear naked choke.
Yeah,
That's what he
rear
got him
naked
with.
choke, and literally like Michael Bisping's one of the dudes where he's like, I'm not fucking tapping, so like he was literally almost unconscious.
He did it. He straight
Yeah.
he straight passed out.
That
And
was
dude, like the whole
fucking
time, Michael
insane.
Bisping was on his back, and what he was doing, he had him in what's called guard, which is I don't know
Oh, that's
that
right.
fucking I've like tried. Well, you shit
Yeah,
before just
yeah.
that shit where you're sitting like that. Fucking Michael Bisping's sitting in this position called guard, and he's throwing just elbows into GSP, and he was cutting his face like the whole time from his back, just throwing these elbows into his head, and like. GSP came out of that fight bloody as hell, but he's still like, even though he was getting cut up, he fucking like worked his way around and straight got a choke and choked that guy unconscious.
Damn.
Dude, I can't wait for fucking Dustin Poirier and Khabib.
Khabib, dude. Okay,
but
I
did you
think
see what
Khabib's.
Sounds familiar.
Did you see?
Khabib
He's a
and
Russian
McGregor,
dude.
that's what it's
Yeah.
from, yeah.
I love Dustin Poirier. Don't get me wrong. I think Khabib kicks his ass. I
I
think the
think
only
no
person
one-
right now who has a chance,
Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson.
Ferguson, bro.
Literally.
Tony Ferguson
Did you
is
see
the
like
only
they're
person I have any
literally
hope
building?
with right now.
It's like they're building in Abu Dhabi. They're building like a custom.
Yeah, for
if I
fucking UFC.
literally like a custom stadium that sits like 16,000 or some shit. It's a custom stadium just for that fight,
What?
which
Yeah.
is insane.
that's
I don't know where
crazy.
Abu Dhabi is, but
It's in like Dubai,
Yeah.
like Egypt, like Saudi Arabia, that kind of like area. United Arab Emirates.
A lot of money right there.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
country is United
For
Arab
one
Emirates.
fucking fight.
yeah, but I mean that shit's gonna sell
Like
so
yeah,
much. Like
'cause
just
Khabib
with
and
Khabib.
Conor was literally the biggest like pay per view fight. of all
I mean,
time.
Khabib like
bigger than
before the
Conor
Conor
and
fight,
Mayweather.
like that was like Khabib was like a very well-known fighter, but like after you beat the like biggest fighting superstar, one of the like biggest athletes on the fucking like Khabib's like I think he's like ranked like number 3 on like the biggest like
Pound for pound.
Yeah, but they're gonna get fucking paid. Like that's gonna be a crazy ass fight.
Like,
Fuck.
let's say there's 600,000 pay-per-views. Like this is just fucking like not even including in attendance or anything. Green growl. Let's say there's fucking, I don't know, 200,000 pay-per-views. That's super low end, but 200,000 times $60, and honestly, Khabib, you could charge $100 for that. That's, what, $20 million, something like that, $200 million. I can't fucking do math.
I mean, there's so much money that goes into it though, because it's like you get your purse for even if you lose, and then you get your purse for your win, and then you can get. I mean, there's bonuses for like, there's bonuses for like fight of the night. There's bonuses for like knockouts. I mean, there's that, and then you get your UFC pay, and then you get your pay-per-view pay. So like Floyd when he fought, he would get paid for you know.
The actual
say
fight.
Say you get like $2 million from beating from just like boxing, and then from the pay-per-view, I mean you can make anywhere from like I don't even know, probably upwards of like $100 million.
Yeah,
like I know like Conor
Floyd Mayweather straight up his last fight with Conor.
I know Conor walked out with like losing walked out with like $100 million.
It was $150 million each.
Fuck.
That is and Floyd literally already had 49. He had 49 professional
49 wins. 49-0.
McGregor versus Mayweather. Like I don't even really pay attention to fighting on the but that must have been such a giant thing.
It was.
That, like so many random people watched it because they're just like, okay, well I know Mayweather, I know McGregor. I don't watch anything, but this is supposed to be a fight, so let's go.
Yeah, they were so extra with it because they went to. I mean, they went in the U.S. I think they went to like 4 different spots. They went to like MGM they went to like Vegas, New York.
They literally toured
LA.
The world.
Yeah, they toured the world.
They went
literally
to London,
for just promotion of the fight.
fucking,
Like they would have like a boxing ring and then just like literally looking at each other and like.
Conor McGregor showed up to one of the interviews with a boner. And he just had underwear on. That was a whole thing. He straight up had a 100% with just underwear on and walked out to fucking face off against Floyd Mayweather.
What the fuck? Dude, that's funny as fuck.
He doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a fuck. Dude, you don't give a fuck.
That's literally funny shit. Van and I fucking Dylan hatched while you guys were
twice
balls deep in that.
I'm scared, dude. I'm already feeling it.
Honestly, I can kind of.
I've just been slowly hatching this little hatch.
I can hear it in my voice right now. It starts to get
yeah. It's weird. I can start feeling yourself.
It's kind of funny. Just that one noise explains so much.
I'm about to schmring this.
I will join you in the schming.
There's a little sticking out. So if that becomes a problem, just know that's how it's going down.
Alright, sounds good, bro.
I got so much fucking grease on my body.
No, yeah, dude, I'm so excited there for the fights coming up. We got Holloway fighting Edgar again.
Yeah.
Yo.
What card is DC? I remember hearing on the Joe Rogan podcast that literally that was Jones and DC were on the Jones and
Stipe, DC.
I thought Jones and DC were on the same, obviously fighting different fights, but they were on the same card. Nah,
it's they're in September, I think.
Vagina.
Actually, maybe October.
Take the rest.
Because I think it's it's Khabib's fight is. Well, no.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
Khabib's fight is August. I think they're September.
Michael, wait, hold on, not Michael Bisping. What are we talking about?
But dude, one of the crazy things about we were talking about DC
Daniel
and
Cormier.
But dude, one of the crazy things about Amanda Nunes is now, Joe Rogan was saying this during the fights, but it's so true now that she has
August 17th. Sorry.
Okay, wait, August for DC Stipe?
Yeah. That's a day before my birthday, dude.
That's fucking dope.
Your birthday's the fucking
That shit's
day.
crazy, dude.
What?
Fucking 17th, get that shit. Saturday, fucking DC Cormier. I don't know if that's the main. Yeah, that is the main event. They got their own card.
There's no way that wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Men's heavyweight Stipe
I could
versus
see
DC.
that.
There's literally
that would have been a
those
crazy
are
ass
two of the
card.
craziest
yeah,
fighters.
Dude, that would have been a crazy ass card. Start off with Askren and fucking Masvidal, and then fucking
Dude, I don't know who.
DC, Stipe, fucking that would have been crazy.
Like 170 is straight stacked, but
what's
like
170?
170 pounds.
Well, like who's in there?
So
I don't really know. Like
champ is Kamaru Usman. He just beat Tyron Woodley.
oh, okay, so it's like
Robbie
Woodley,
Lawler,
fucking Calvin.
Lawler, Askren, Masvidal, Cerrone.
That's scary, dude. Fucking
Like.
well,
I want to see like some Askren versus Cerrone or some shit, but Cerrone's
Really?
starting to get to the point of where he's gonna be like in line for a title shot soon, I think. No, he got his ass beat by Ferguson, so Ferguson's coming.
yeah, dude.
Okay,
Ferguson,
I think
he should. I don't
Ferguson gets first dibs on. Shit, did they fight at 155 or did they fight at 170?
I have no idea.
They had to have fought at 155.
Honestly,
There's no
I don't
way that
really pay
Ferguson-
attention. I haven't like. I'm not into UFC enough to where like I don't to where like I
There's
don't
no way
know.
that Ferguson would go up to 170. That's just what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm assuming they fought at 155. But so if Cowboy lost there, I think Ferguson's next in line against Khabib, like winner versus Khabib Poirier, and then I think fucking
That fight's been.
Kamaru Usman. Who's fucking? I'm trying to think of who's like in line for that. Might be Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
he's
have no fucking clue.
Yeah, because I mean Askren. I mean, people are like, oh, Askren deserves a title shot now because he beat Lawler and
Michael Lawler.
Beat
If we're
the
clarifying, Michael Lawler is who we're talking about.
Fuck that. He was literally such a fucking. He was literally a faggot. Nothing against him being gay, but he was just a fucking bitch.
I think there's
He
a
was
difference.
saying-
I think there's a difference between like.
It's
faggot
all
and,
about
like,
intent,
and
dude.
it's about
all
like
about
an
intent
asshole,
behind
like-
your words because
I
you
don't
can
give a fuck
literally
if you're
call.
gay. If you're gay and
Yeah,
ass,
dude.
okay,
You can
this
call
is
someone a
fucking
fucking.
trying to
You can call someone fucking
That's
gay.
just what
Like,
happens
yeah.
when this is
I
involved.
just feel like
Yeah.
if you, it's all about intent, dude. Like Joe Rogan talks about this shit all the time, bro. Like bitch, like you can be like girls like call each other bitches. Or like, oh, that's a sexy ass
What's up,
bitch.
bitch?
Yeah, like with that bitch, like you're like, oh, that's a sexy ass bitch. Or like that bitch is cool as fuck. Or like that. Or you can be like, oh, that's a fucking bitch. Like it's
Like,
just
fuck
all
that
about
bitch,
intent
like-
behind your words.
Yeah,
It's all
much.
about intent behind your words. That's why you shouldn't have a serious conversation behind on text.
Yeah.
Because shit just gets misinterpreted. It's like,
Yeah.
no, that's not the way I intended it. But you're dumbass.
struggle with
Well,
that
no, you're
shit.
not dumb, but like, that's the way like people took it. It's like, no, that wasn't the intent of my words. It was just like, you just read it wrong. Did you guys listen? Where's this going? Did you guys listen to Revenge of the Dreamers 3?
Yep,
All of it?
I need to.
I did. I've only gone through
I
it.
honestly
I
like.
went through
I've-
it once, like 1.5
I'm
times.
on like my
Yeah, I know.
second and a half. Like I'm on. Like I've listened to it 2 times
It's so
through, and I'm just.
it's so weird.
It's
honestly,
different, dude.
Yeah,
It's not what I thought. I was like, this is gonna be like a crazy.
literally
I need to watch the documentary though.
the whole album has like that down bad vibe.
What do you mean?
Like the song
Oh,
down bad.
oh,
Just
okay.
kind of that like kind of fast paced like
Did you?
just kind of like
what was like the song that stood out to you on that?
I hate that I didn't listen to
Wells Fargo was
I don't
pretty
remember.
like
Really?
I
That
song.
was
It's the
weird.
fucking
I was like,
Dreamville album.
I fucking. It was like 2 days ago. I think it was the
From,
day
like,
after
J.
it came
Cole
out.
And all those people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they got together and they put out.
It was
a
Dream.
big
Yeah, it
old-
was Dream.
Hold on.
It was-
Unify this conversation.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
Jay,
fucking.
yeah. Seth, go ahead.
So I'm gonna.
Oh,
is-
did
who
we
is
even
Dreamville?
introduce
Who
who
is
the fuck
Dreamville
is
for
here right
anyone
now?
who doesn't?
What?
Did we even introduce who the fuck is here?
No,
Hold up.
Yo,
Let's
okay,
get this
so
out of the
after
way,
a
bro.
20-minute long conversation
Hold on,
about the
hold on.
UFC, we are now
Yeah, 22
introducing
minutes.
who is here. My name is Seth. Artist-wise, I'm the Happy Brain Project. I'm throwing it to the right.
Briggity brag. Nah, I'm Braden. Artist-wise, I've just started going under the name Addiction. So yeah, seeing
Toss
the music. We
Toss
got
to the
a
right.
We got a little toss it over this.
Asian
Speaking
fusion.
of
Hey,
Asian fusion.
Asian fusion.
Asian fusion, man.
Yo, what's up? My name's Van. I'm just here for a surprise night. Didn't know what was going on, but
Fuck yeah.
here I am.
Yeah, Van kind of just got thrown into this shit. Yeah, initially, Braden, Kieran and I, okay, keep going with this.
Throw it to the side.
Throw it to the side.
Pass
before I
it
get into
on.
this.
What up? My name is Kieran. Music wise, artist wise, I used to go by K Dad. And then sometimes Seth would put it in his KDA. It was like Kada.
I honestly never
It was
really
just
asked him
like-
about that. I kind of just threw
I
it
didn't
in there.
mind it, but now I mean I got a lot of new different shit from stuff that I've already put out. I'm going by Elijah KT, Lijah KT.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were just talking about.
I know. That's pretty okay. So
yeah, what I
that's
was
the
saying-
squad.
that's
we're
who's all
going back
talking
into
about.
music. Dreamville. Seth was
Yeah.
explaining Dreamville. Seth, for anyone who does not
Yeah.
know or understand
Really,
Dreamville, please.
I'm gonna give the explanation that I know it best. I don't know who all is a part of Dreamville.
It's a decent few people.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know it's just a fuck ton of people. Like the people I know, I guess is everybody that was on there a part of Dreamville?
No.
I don't
That's
think
the whole
so.
thing was Revenge of
look
the
that up.
Dreamers was an album that they had where they wanted to just invite a whole bunch of different musical artists. Like they had fucking Buddy come in and shit.
Yeah.
And,
Smoke Perp,
That
fucking
that I sent you, Deontay. That was the dude that opened up for fucking Jid. Jid is on there too, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jid's
Dream-
on there.
he's
Jid's
a
cool.
member of
Arguably number 2 on that label.
Mhm.
Well, not on that. Well, I guess label. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
I
a
think
music
it
label.
is.
It's
Yeah.
I think officially they call themselves a record, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh,
for
hold
anyone who
up,
doesn't
hold
know,
up. Sorry.
No,
My
you're
bad,
good.
my bad. Dreamville members, it's got Ari Lennox, who was on there. She was on 2 songs. Boss, Cuz, C-O-Z-Z, I don't know how to say that. Omen, Loot, Jid, Earth Gang, and J. Cole. And then they're main producers. It says Dreamville also houses producers Elite, Ron Gilmore, and Cedric Brown, who most likely was a part of that album. Because I know they had, I'm pretty sure the numbers were 31 different artists and then 27 different producers. Or it could be switched, it could be different numbers, but...
and I could be very incorrect about this. I'm pretty sure the album is 17 songs.
Let's look that
Something
up.
like
I know we
that.
can... The
Yeah,
other
but
one,
check
the
that.
one we were just
It's
talking
like an
about
hour
was
and
way
4
too long
minutes
to
or something like
type.
that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I got this
that's pretty
shit.
good
I think it
one.
was 17 or 18. Or 16. I know it's been... Whatever.
Yeah, so
I
pretty
don't know,
much
17
everybody on
was
that
thinking about
label,
could be wrong.
18.
18 songs.
18 an hour and 4 minutes.
Okay.
pretty much everybody on that
4 minutes,
label
I got
plus
that
a
one
bunch
down.
of other people in the industry just came together and made a crazy ass fucking project.
Yeah, man.
It's
that shit was
rap
so
music for
good.
anyone who doesn't understand that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, they had...
It was like a week
3
ago,
or
maybe.
4 days.
No.
It was
less than
No,
that.
bro, it
close.
literally
It was
dropped
Friday.
on Friday. Yeah.
So, it's not even a week ago.
Damn.
No, it only has a year.
I gotta get that.
It was
one.
good.
Pretty good
though,
album.
man.
It's different, but I like it.
I thought it was gonna
Definitely
be some,
not a one listen through.
Yeah, I
shit
like.
I've had.
Honestly,
that's one that I need to listen to multiple times because it just
I
has
definitely agree
such
with
a
that.
different vibe to it.
I feel like
Like-
there's a lot of shit where the first time you hear it, it kind of hits you in a way where it's this will settle in.
a lot of
The
music
First
is
time
like
you,
that,
yeah,
though.
sorry, I don't mean to
You're
interrupt
good.
you,
You're good. Like just aware. What I'm getting at is you gotta listen to it twice. Like the first time I listened to that video, or not the video, the album. Like I said, there's 31 different artists. A lot of them are platinum selling artists. They're, J. Cole is on there. Jid is on there. Arguably, they're both in the top 5.
I may or may not be wrong, but I think Boss has got some platinum songs too.
Boss-
Yeah.
yeah,
I haven't
Boss is
listened.
kinda
Earth Gang's
sleeping,
good.
but,
They
it's
got
still
a
there,
lot
yeah.
of. I mean, obviously they got a lot of fucking talent on there.
Mhm.
But the first time I listened to that, I was like, this is not that good. I think it was honestly.
It wasn't what I expected,
first- yeah,
so it was
dude.
different.
Yeah, God. But going in with expectations, it's just the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just very natural because you're like, oh, this is J. Cole, this is Jid. I've listened to these artists before, so it's like I have their style, their cadence, their flow, their instrumental type in my head already. So it's you're kind of I'm kind of expecting the same thing, not as in a bad way, but just you're expecting a similar sound because you're used to their music that you've already listened to. And I listened to that, I was like, this is not what I thought. This is honestly very overhyped. And I listened to it a lot more today and a little bit yesterday too, and I was like, damn, this is some really good shit because it's 31 artists, so it's I mean, I may be wrong on that still, but it's
It's a shit
31
ton of
artists, so
people
it's
regardless.
literally, so it's just, and there, I mean, there I bet there was there was a lot more artists
It's
and
crazy.
producers.
Almost every song has. I'm not almost every song. Every song.
Every
has
song
multiple
has
people on it.
at least 2 to 3 features on it.
Mhm.
And
If
I know,
not multiple,
I
I
know
know
Costa,
6,
yeah,
7
dude,
features.
Costa
Let's
Rica
go.
was crazy.
Yeah, Costa
bro.
Rica
I was
literally
like,
has
damn!
6 different features.
Yeah.
on it.
Dude, that
That's
shit was
crazy.
so
Honestly,
good.
I'm really excited to listen to this album because I feel like I don't know, something that I haven't really gotten a whole lot of exposure to is just fucking like that, like group fucking project type concept, like fucking 6 features on a goddamn song.
On one song in like
6
4 minutes,
type
bro, in like 4
features.
minutes.
Not even like.
And like, I mean, you think about it, it's like,
you know what I mean.
I mean, those verses, none of them pass like a minute because they all got hooks, they all got melodies, they all got bridges and stuff. So it's like.
But the songs are still like 3 or 4 minutes long. Like, it's still like just like a
so
song.
It's still like it's what I was trying to get at is like it's it's normally like 20 to like 45-second verses. So it's like you got to bring your fucking best. Like you have 45 seconds to say as many meaningful and catchy and whatever the best words you got in 45 seconds.
There's 31 artists. If you're lucky, you might get on 2 different songs unless you're actually a part of Dreamville. But
yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. I think J. Cole was on at least like 3 or 4.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like he was a part of Dreamville because it was a Dreamville produced album. Like Jid's on a shitload of songs. Like Bosses, like fucking Ari Lennox. I think you said
Ari
2 songs,
Lennox.
but I'm pretty sure she's on like a few of them. Like
I know like 2 songs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I know 2 songs.
I could be wrong. I need to re-listen.
Did you listen to the one who was like this? It was the first 2 they did. The first 2 they released, it was like Down Bad and then I Got You or something like that.
Yeah, I can't think of what it was.
With fucking Ty Dolla $ign. Dude, Ari Lennox, like I listened to that fucking.
Was she the same one that made Shea Butter?
Oh,
was that someone else?
Shea Butter was a good
I
song.
don't know. It was Shea Butter.
Shea Butter with J. Cole.
I'm gonna double
I
check
never
that
listened
real
to
quick.
it, but I know it's a thing.
It's a good song. I recommend.
Yeah.
Both of Jid's openers were on that album though. It was dope. Mariba.
Yeah, Ari
They're on the
Lennox,
same
Shea
one.
Butter. That's yeah.
still
I
haven't
think
seen
I
J.
was in
Cole
the
or Jay,
Creed
right?
movie.
No.
I saw all
It
his
might have
openers.
been. Was that in the Creed movie?
The second movie of Creed.
No.
I
Because
haven't seen
Shea
either
Butter
of them.
came out way after that. I think.
Did it?
Shea Butter
I
is
just know-
somewhat of a
Shea-
recent
yeah,
song
yeah,
as
yeah.
far
Shea
as
Butter's like probably within the last couple
like
months.
March, like
Yeah.
August, or not, like March, April.
I was gonna say what?
That's the one that
A little bit of
March,
schmar.
August.
Yeah. Because the one that I have on Spotify is the one from the Creed album.
Mm-hmm. Is it okay? So, well, when did Creed 2 come out?
I think that was like.
I haven't seen either of those. I never saw any of the Rockies. I've seen like parts of Rockies.
I saw
Yeah,
the
but I
first
saw
Creed.
those when I saw those when I was really young.
Yeah,
Honestly, it was kind of, dude, it was kind of dope. When like I used to at the Limitless gym, there was a dude who.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
At the Limitless gym, there was this dude who came in and he was like, I don't know. He said he was like a purple belt in jiu-jitsu and shit. So like,
How high is that? Like,
purple belt, it's like 6 years.
okay.
Is
So
that right below black?
damn,
No.
that's crazy,
Yeah.
dude. Cause I was listening to, I don't remember who it was, but they're talking. I don't know if this is like normal, but they're talking about like it took him 10 years to get a black belt, and I was
Jiu-jitsu,
like,
yep.
holy shit. Like,
So,
that's
like,
fucking crazy,
You got like karate and
dude.
taekwondo, which
That
are
is a
like
commitment to your life, and you're not getting paid for that. Well, I mean, some
You're
guys,
paying for it.
yeah, some guys are, but
If
most
you-
people aren't,
if you
unless you're
can-
like literally in like the PFL.
But even
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
they're
dude.
making
They're not
30,000
making.
a year.
Yeah, dude, because I
40,000 a year?
listened to one with Eve Edwards
Eves Edwards.
Yeah, with it's like YV.
Yeah, YVES
or something
Edwards.
like that. I listened to one of
The
him and
MMA
Joe
podcast.
Rogan. I was like, damn, that was fucking like, that dude's. I don't remember what we were talking about, to be honest with you.
Good Lord, indeed.
We were talking about the Dreamville shit before that.
Yeah. It's gonna be bouncing back and
Keeps
forth
going
between
back.
MLA.
That's all. Just go with the fucking.
You
flow.
guys should fucking. What were you guys talking about with the new map on
Oh shit!
Zombies?
Fucking zombies, bro.
Dude, zombies is
Black
coming
Ops,
back.
Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4 is coming back. Like,
Is it-
alpha,
I'm
mega motherfucker is all I gotta say.
I do. Okay, we are some like all of us. You. I mean, all
Wait,
of
have
us.
you
dude.
been into zombies at all?
Have you? I don't know.
I've
I'm talking like early.
multiplayer.
What about like before, like 1, 2, 3? We're talking about Black Ops 4. Anyone who's no.
Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 through 3. Zombies at all for you?
I remember we played multiplayer a couple times.
even World of War?
Oh, I'm sure.
remember
bro.
when you only
Van
had an
fucking
iPod,
slays some
bro.
Dick in multiplayer.
I remember when you were like one of the only other kids that I knew at Broomfield that had like who didn't have a phone but had an iPod.
Dude, I had the iPod for the fucking longest time.
I
Yeah, he
know,
did.
dude.
And then he got a phone, and then he just recently got an iPhone. He finally joined the club, man. He used to talk so much shit about iPhones. It's all good though. I feel like we've all gone through those.
It's just
things.
shit on Snapchat. That's literally all there is.
Your new phone?
No, Android or Samsung's.
Just
Android.
pictures in general. It's like you gotta focus in. You gotta hold the fuck out the camera, cause that shit's gonna. But I think that's because it's such a good camera though, cause it takes a picture and it's like.
At the end of the day, like Samsung's definitely, or just Android in general, has way better cameras than iPhones do.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
iPhone's still
not on Snapchat, bitch. Your shit looks like shit.
For real, dude. I don't know what that is. Why Snapchat?
Because I think that Snapchat has like its own format that like every video has to be in, and then when it gets like converted from like the higher quality.
Yeah.
It's
I've
weird
read
though,
about
because
that
like you
too,
take
something
one on
like
like, bro, you take one on like Instagram though. Like literally, like I will take a picture in fucking Snapchat, and my shit'll be like straight. It'll be how I see it in the phone. Like when I take the picture, and then I do it on like just my fucking camera, my regular Apple camera, and then like my face is switched.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
what the
talking
fuck?
about.
My cheeks over here now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, dude. But on Instagram, it's like Snapchat. Instagram used to be like that. I would take one on there. I was like, damn, I look weird as fuck now.
Yeah.
But like, you get like your good angle. It's weird.
You're like, what the fuck?
I don't know how the
Why the
fuck
fuck
it
am I
is.
ugly as shit right now, yo?
Damn, this shit
Okay.
went out. I gotta.
But back to the zombies though.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Yeah.
glad that you brought that back.
Okay, so you were never into zombies?
I used to play
When was the last time you played zombies?
last time. Remember when I was like hardcore into it was just literally Kino.
Kino?
That's how it goes
Like-
sometimes.
like
though.
Rebel-
Black Ops 1.
Like
Yeah,
remastered? Or, Black. Oh, you just
from
had
Black
Yeah,
Ops
yeah.
1, the OG.
Yeah.
training around the fucking.
Yeah, literally,
Training
bro,
around the
just running
stage,
around.
dude.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I got to like 64 on that shit.
I've got I
Solo.
think I got to 52
Round
and
64.
I haven't. That was a long. That was like.
I didn't
2012.
realize how much a commitment that was though, because you get into those rounds, it's like, damn, I need a max ammo like
Yo,
every round.
Yeah, if you're fucking using the traps though, that's all that matters. If you're
I
using
didn't,
the
bro.
tra-
I was like,
that's
12.
where you get fucked. That's why you're
I didn't
using
have
all your
no
ammo,
strategy. I didn't have no strategy going into fucking zombies, bro.
bro. Yeah, bro.
I would like watch the Easter egg videos, and that was it. I was never into like, oh, I'm gonna do the Easter egg. Like sometimes I would, but it was like I just want to see the cutscene at the end of the day. I want to see like,
Yeah.
I'm so into the story still.
Easter eggs are such like a fucking process, yo. Like
Yeah, dude.
do
but,
it like,
yeah, fuck.
like you can't just hop in the game and fucking do it.
Think
Half the
about how
time
many failed attempts there
Yeah,
are.
I was just about to say half the
Seriously,
time you literally gotta fail like 5 or 6 times at least, and like figure out your fucking plan to actually get the shit done
you
that
gotta
you need to.
strategize.
Because it's like if you're fucking playing these games, going to round 25 every fucking time, like doing these Easter eggs, like doing steps in the later rounds are fucked, yo. So like you gotta learn how to do that shit fast, so you get the shit done earlier, so it's just easier for you overall. And at the end of the day, you just fucking learn. It's like fuck.
Dude, shout out to Black Ops though. Treyarch is the fucking
Can't believe
literally that's probably like definitely number one on like time consumed on just Black Ops in general, like 1 through 4, and even
Yeah,
Modern Warfare 3 and
100%.
Advanced War. I don't know if it's Advanced Warfare or Infinity War.
Advanced Warfare was the
I'm talking like zombies like at the fucking Frozen amusement park. What was that one?
That was Advanced Warfare. Oh, no.
What was
That
the one
that
called?
no, the
that was
amusement park.
Infinite Warfare. That was
The
Infinite Warfare.
amusement park was
That was Infinite Warfare.
Zombies was Infinite Warfare. Yeah.
It was
Zombies in
Spaceland, bro.
Yeah, dude. That was a good ass map. That was a good ass
I remember
map.
like I
never played-
tried to like get into the story. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, there was Raven the Redwood.
Raven the Redwoods.
Yeah.
Raven the wave.
Then there
Raven
was
the
fucking like
Woods.
the fucking Tokyo shit, whatever.
Yeah,
that
there was some
was.
shit like where you.
There was, like,
bought a monster
radioactive
in the store.
thing.
Yeah,
And then there was one after that I don't know. I just like never.
that
really
was
gave
just
a
such a
fuck about
confusing time in my life, dude. I felt so like out of place. I don't know why, but I think, but like, literally they had that, and then they had the World at War one or
Like World War
one,
II.
where it was like the fucking scary ass.
Yeah, World War II
Mhm.
zombies, bro.
I was
yeah,
so
we played that
confused.
shit on release night.
Dude,
we played
I
that shit on
played
That was
release
it,
night.
and
terrifying.
I played that. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, I can't. Like, I was like, this is like, this determines if I buy the game or not. And I literally had the worst zombies experience in my life because I'm so accustomed to like Black Ops. I bet if I played it now, I'd be like, okay, this.
No,
is
you feel
fun.
scared.
But it was weird, dude.
It was
just like,
really
what the
weird.
fuck? Because this is not like Black Ops. Like Treyarch is just them and Sledgehammer and whoever the fuck else does it. They're so.
Infinity
I get that they
Infinity
want.
Ward.
I get that they
Yeah.
want to change up zombies and stuff, but it's like
Why
if
the-
you
And you
guys
can't
are
copy
going to
the
be
other
zombies,
Why the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
is everybody doing zombies? It
even-
started as just Treyarch doing zombies, then Infinity Ward did some like special ops shit, and then Infinity
There was
Ward
that
did
weird like
Extinction.
space like
Extinction.
shit.
even if
you were
they,
jumping.
my thing
What?
is, even if they are all going to do zombies, I don't give a fuck because let's say they're out of ideas and they don't know what the shit to do. If they are going to do zombies, that's fine. But you guys are all, like, working for the same company, essentially creating the same game. And definitely, like, they're different between games. But you need to come to some sort of an agreement to hold, like, a standard across how the actual game functions. Because as soon as it goes from Juggernog to fucking, like, you have to buy armor to, like, the hits that you take are different and shit. Like,
Yeah.
it just starts, like, I don't know. And then you start going to,
Everybody's
like,
just-
exo-zombies and you're bouncing around. And
Yeah,
the
that's what I was
perks
talking
are
about,
different and,
exo-zombies.
like,
Okay, yeah.
Like,
That was
bouncing,
Advanced
like,
Warfare.
there has to be
That's
some
right.
sort of consistency across that, and like when they're making these games, I feel like if they are going to make zombies, like if fucking like Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer, like the two non-Treyarch studios that are making Call of Duty games now, if they are going to continue with the zombies kind of train, like they definitely need to.
It's gonna be all close to like, I get that.
They definitely need to hold some sort of consistency across it because like I'm not like I love zombies but I'm not a very avid zombies player, so me coming into each game and kind of being
Everyone's
like, oh, okay, let's see
different
what this
though,
is
man.
like, the difficulty of like not even difficulty but just learning an entirely new system. That's kind of how UFC 3 fucked up from UFC 2. They straight up
Really?
changed all the controls. and
Yeah, I
didn't wanna
feel
play
like
that
I
game.
don't know, man. That shit's hard because it's like you're kind of stuck in your ways in some point, but it's also like kind of like how I think it's like you still gotta at some point you gotta appreciate it. You gotta be able to appreciate it too, where it's like
bring it up, you know
these
you gotta
people
do
like
it.
put all this work in and shit, and these are their own ideas. Like you.
Well, I appreciate that they
I feel
want to
like-
evolve it and stuff,
Yeah.
but at least hold some sort of consistency and don't be going like.
What do you mean by consistency?
As far-
though?
okay, so, like-
are you like saying like
So, like, if-
consistency to
if-
like Black Ops and like Infinity War?
Mhm.
Okay.
So like if they're gonna change across games and Infinity Ward wants to make their own kind of zombies variation, like and they want to add like armor or whatever, like just at least across the games keep it the same so that there's not like multiple different
Keep
games
what
I
the
have to
same
learn
though? Like
in
are you
order to
talking
play
about like
zombies
keep calling
through Call
like
of Duty.
Juggernog and Juggernog or like keep like the same point system?
That
or, like,
kind of deal, like
I mean like
the
there's still
new
a lot of
zombies. That's
similarities.
honestly kind of dope, but it's like Pack-a-Punch and shit like is pretty fucking confusing, and I would never figure that out if there was like
It's
if it
still
weren't
kinda
for YouTube
confusing as
videos
fuck.
and whatnot. Like
Personally, to me, it's still confusing as fuck. From like, honestly, it started like when you start had to like collecting parts and shit.
Think
that's
of
when
like
I was
transit,
what the
dude. Think
fuck
of
is
Yeah,
think
yeah,
of
we
yeah.
talked about this shit like a
that
couple
shit
nights
fucked
ago.
me
We
up.
said
dude.
this
That
the other
kinda
day,
fucked
but,
the
like,
zombies up for
Think
me.
of how many
Yeah, they
times
made
you've
it too
played
complex.
transit, but not like Pack-a-Punched.
Probably
It's
like
weird
a
because,
Because
majority
like
of
the
times,
vast
right?
majority
that's
of the
so
time,
weird to think
Pack-a-Punch
about
is
now.
like almost a late game thing where you have to be pretty fucking set and have to go around
Yeah.
the circle a couple times in order to get
I
all the
remember
parts and
that.
be ready to do
Compare,
it.
It
compare
was- it
that
was-
to fucking Kino. How many times do you think you've played Kino and not pack punched? Like,
Right?
But
probably
even
not
still,
a
like,
majority
it's
of
just
I'd
like-
say that'd only be like the very beginning of times that
Yeah,
I
like,
played it. And
probably
then once
when
I
you
learned
sucked,
how to
yeah.
Pack-a-Punch, it was literally every game.
I
but it
think
was
that
like,
we're all like a lot. I think at this point right now, like we are very similar players, but there's people out there that are like, no, like what the fuck, like that, like they think that like makes it better, and I feel like in some sense it kind of does because it's not the same shit over and over, and it's like I mean think about like Kanye, man, like you can't like you love Kanye from like Graduation and Late Registration
yeah.
and shit, and then you're like, oh, you like personally like me, it was like Father Stretch My Hands. I was like, what the fuck is this? But it's like you gotta be able, like if you're a real fan, you gotta be able to like you gotta evolve with your artist. Like you gotta be able to appreciate their evolution and see their evolution and be like, okay, they're getting better, they're like trying different things. Like Logic, man, he was fucking singing. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, straight
And
up.
this dude was like hardcore MC, like even still like on Homicide, he was like, No, this ain't a diss to the game. It's a gas to the flame. And it's like, I'm still out here fucking spitting. And you guys, like, there's some bitches out here. But you got to be able to, like, appreciate, like, Black Ops getting, you know, evolving. And honestly, now I can, but it just depends on the player, though. Because, like, personally, I kind of hate it because, like, I'm, like, still, to this day, Kino is my favorite map. Because it's just classic zombies. It's what I grew up on. Like, when I played World at War, you got to beat the campaign to fucking get Nazi zombies. Like,
or at least play through the first.
It was literally just, like, you just got to survive. It was literally what zombies are. It's all about survival. And it's, like, it's not like, oh, I'm trying to do, like, these other tasks while I have to survive. And shit. Like, I'm doing this, and I got to fight off zombies, and I have one of my homies, like, running around with the last one so I can do this shit. And it's like, you got 2 people doing one step at a time, and it's like, damn, like, literally it was like 4 people, we get our guns, we, like, you know, we pack a punch and let's go, like, let's see what we can do here. Kino was always about high rounds. It was never like, I mean, obviously that was very, like, early in Treyarch's, you know, development. That was what, their second game?
That
their
was
second
literally
zombies
like
map?
that was
no, because
that was their
Derice.
5th one. That was their 5th one.
Fuck.
Because it went
dude.
Shino Numa, Derice.
That was crazy. Derice was my shit, bro.
Dude, that's when fucking
great.
The giant.
Yeah, that's when fucking Pack Punch first got introduced. Before we get too far, before we get too far away from this shit.
Sorry.
I definitely know what you're saying with, like, games like evolving, and it's just like, honestly, like, we'd probably be complaining about it being the same old shit if they kept it the same. But it's just like, I feel like I definitely see how, like, there is that audience that, like, likes it like that, and it's like, that just makes it different. But at the same time, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'd find myself, like, I love playing zombies.
My personal preference is I always love them to keep zombies the same in the way it functions, but keep adding on to the story, keep adding different maps and shit like that.
It's like,
I would like them to keep it the, like, similar functions, add new guns, add new perks, add new different shit, like add fucking Shadows of Evil. That was dope as fuck. The way you get around to turn on perks and whatnot, but like
I feel like
add shit like that, but don't just straight
the dead. You shock that shit.
Yeah, I wish
what the fuck is Afterlife, man?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's a lose-lose situation either way because, like, I'm sure we'd be bitching about how they aren't fucking changing shit.
I still fucking love it. I feel like everyone's gonna complain about shit.
No, you're
like everyone's always gonna have a problem with something.
Yeah.
And that shows just like nothing is perfect. Like this is my favorite game of all time, and I still have like personal preferences where I'm like, oh, I miss Jug. Or like, oh,
I do and I don't. I don't.
Yeah, because I feel like I've evolved
changed it
to like
so
this,
you have Jug all the fucking time, bro.
Yeah, I've definitely like changed like my perspective has changed when I was like, they're taking away Jug. Like, what the fuck?
At the same time, you slap the fuck out your ass.
Yeah,
so
dude, because it's like.
Your ass is down.
Yeah, but it's still like there's still like good aspects to that.
sound effects were golden.
There's still like fucking like a good side to that though because you can shop at Gap.
Yeah,
dude,
you can fucking
shop at the Gap.
Trust the Gap,
and
dude.
Baby
Slide
Gap,
your
dude.
dick at,
Literally wall. And you can maybe fit like a fucking baby through there, but you're like,
sure.
nope.
Yeah. And you're like, how the fuck did I just make it? And then you go back to Black Ops 3 and you try to trust the Gap and you fucking
dude,
die
I've gone back to Black Ops 2. I went on Mob of the Dead. I was like, fuck this fucking Blood of the Dead bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
Yeah.
I love not to shit on Blood of the Dead.
Honestly,
but like it's still good at.
It's just so much like
map. It's so
it's a
different.
Great map,
it's
but
so
with the
great.
new shit comes a lot of bullshit.
Not, I don't shit on Black Ops 4.
I don't think
to this point.
we're not. I mean,
you ever play Mob of the Dead then, or Blood of the Dead?
Dude, fucking Mob of the Dead.
Zombies, man.
Damn.
I need to get into it now, bro.
That's how
it
pretty
goes.
fucking. I used to be scared of playing zombies when I was little.
I think
he did a little bit like back in like the Black Ops days. He played with us.
Yeah,
he
played up until like Moon. I remember fucking playing with him and Eric. Like fucking
Eric,
it was my first time. It was my first time playing Moon, and it was me, Eric, and Edwin, and fucking Eric and Edwin knew what the fuck was going on, and I literally had zero clue. So like Eric got the wave gun out of the box, and him and Edwin were all like teabagging, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I still to this day don't know how the wave gun works.
I don't know how to do the two.
Bro, I played
you don't know how to do the two. You get it like that.
I played Moon like 5 times.
It's like left on the D-pad, yo.
Is the D-pad like the far left with the 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because
D-pad's like the little thing in the bottom that's like the cross.
I never knew how, dude. I still was like...
Yeah,
I was
you
like, I'm
fucking-
getting a Galil, bro. And
Fuck its ass. You fucked the other
What was
one's
the
ass.
glow pack
With the
punch?
gun.
I
called?
fucking...
What do you mean?
What's the glow pack punch called?
Lamentation.
The lamentation,
And you would get fucking...
dude.
You would get the sight on it. And, dude, the fucking OG fucking pack-a-punch.
Bro, okay, I'm
was
thinking
the
about like
best sound,
I'm
dude.
thinking about like Kino guns, bro. Like
yeah, and they had like the
seeing all the
engraved
names,
on them, dude.
Like okay, like the fucking the FNFAL, like the effing fail,
Effing
bro.
fail,
The
yeah,
effing
dude.
fail. Change it to the epic
they were
win,
like
the
up to date
EPC.
on shit, dude. They were like they would
The
reference
epic
shit.
win, yo.
Like,
that was back when
The
like
meat grinder.
they would
the meat
reference
grinder.
shit.
Oh my, do you know
The
what the meat?
Zeus cannon.
The fucking Zeus cannon, bro.
4
Pack-a-punch
fucking
the-
shots, dude. That was so dope. And the spaz would turn into a fuck. You'd get 24
Yeah,
of that.
and
just
you get dragon breath on.
Yeah, dude.
Dragon's breath on that bitch.
Olympia, dude. That shit was crazy.
It is.
The
but
Olympia
then
had
you
the
realize
dopest
how-
sound.
Then you realize how bad the fucking Olympia
Oh,
is.
yeah,
Right,
dude.
And it's
No
kinda
matter-
like
it's
counted
Like
at
it
all.
seems dope, but then you're like,
That's-
fuck, I have
yeah,
two.
dude,
I
that's-
just went down.
That's like one of those.
Like,
That's one of those
fuck
guns
this
where
gun.
it's like, damn, this shit, no matter what, is gonna suck. Like
it's
one
like
round one
in
through
the M14.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
what can you
Exactly.
really-
I was
what
gonna
can you
say,
really
dude, the
expect?
M14 in Black Ops 4 though, it might be. I think it's that shit fucking goes, dude. That shit fuck like
You
zombies,
get it out
dude.
the box though. That's why. It's not a fucking wall weapon that you get in the starting room. If it was a wall weapon that you buy for 500 points off the fucking wall, it'd be dick.
Yeah,
but you
that-
get
I
it
mean,
out
that's
the
un-
box.
that- I mean,
so
that
it's
makes
like
sense
popping
though.
heads,
That makes sense.
bro.
I guess
Like,
I never really factored that in there.
good luck. Sir.
But still, like, I can. I was gonna say I can.
Coughed on the fucking intake hit. Like, not even
Lord.
fucking-
Dude,
Dude, that
play
sorry.
zombies now.
Yeah, I wish
We
you
all
would,
gotta
bro.
hop on.
We're
I
all
am
in the
down to play
PlayStation,
zombies.
bro. We're all in the PlayStation
Dude,
game.
that-
Let's straight
I
up
love
hop
how
on
that
some
is, bro. This is literally why, like, the reason. This is literally the reason I like play games now. Like, the only game I'll play by myself is NBA 2K19.
I never
But
play
other than
games
that,
with other
dude-
people, yo.
Dude,
that's
you
like the
have
exact
to, bro.
opposite.
We gotta
for me.
fucking, dude. Literally, the only time I play, I try and fucking play with. That's just like it's honestly not that fun unless I'm like even like I don't even know. Like I'll play like Fortnite and Zay. Like my cousin Zave, he'll get on and he'll play like GTA 5, and it's literally just like us talking while it's playing video
Yeah.
games. Like it's weird, dude.
Dude,
It's-
Devin and I used to Skype just like randomly during the summers and just Skype for fucking literally like
That was so-
5-6 hours just playing video games, whether it was with each other or just like randomly. Like we just do it and like
There
I
was
don't know, I
something
feel like
about
I've
being
just,
on
like-
the phone when you
Yeah.
were like in middle school.
yeah.
I would like call my like guy friends and just literally talk to him. And like I've seen Kiel do that. Kiel's my little brother, dude.
Uh-huh.
Fucking
Yeah.
literally,
Spending just-
he'll just
That's
like
just
3-4
nostalgic as
hours.
fuck, bro.
Spending nights in
Yeah,
the Xbox
dude,
Live
Donnie
parties,
does the same
yo,
thing,
like,
bro.
that's-
They just sit on Fortnite and just fucking sit on the
Me and
party
Devin
chat.
one time made a fucking world that was so dope in Minecraft. We fucking spent like 16 hours digging out a quarry for fucking excuse me, skeleton farm or some shit. Good luck, my man. Yeah, no, that was crazy. We built some dope ass houses on the river. I don't know. That's Minecraft for you.
Dude,
each world's
Minecraft-
kind of different.
Dude,
Okay, we gotta
I'm
get
gonna
back to playing because me and Devin have talked about that, but we haven't actually gotten
Yeah.
into it. And me and Devin
Have
have a pretty fucking dope ass world.
Have you played
And
Minecraft?
He
I
didn't
played
realize
on
it
the
was 20
Pocket
bucks.
Edition, bro.
You need to.
Dude,
You need
it's
to.
20 bucks. If you can somehow muster up 20 bucks,
I'm
can
telling
pay
you,
for
that
it,
game
like-
is the most basic shit, but it's literally
It's
the most fun you'll ever
endless.
have.
I've
I've came
asked-
back to that game endless times over the year, and I'm like, this is literally fun as
I've
fuck
asked Devin if
every
you could
single
have
time.
one game like for the rest of your life, what would it be? And he said Minecraft. And I understand that because
Devin
you can
gets
literally
tired
do
of games,
whatever the
Yeah.
fuck you want in
I get
Minecraft.
so tired of games.
It's like,
For anyone who may or may not know, Minecraft is a sandbox game, meaning that you can kind of do whatever you want. It's based off of blocks. You collect them, you put them down, you build shit. It's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
yeah,
Pretty
like
much.
you just
Very
like
basic
you fucking
description.
kill animals, like you collect food to like fucking regenerate your health. It's like cool as fuck. It's like life in a weird way, and it's just like, I don't know, bro. It's a really fun game to play with people and honestly play by yourself sometimes. So
Yeah.
that.
That was very impressive, dude. No lie. Like I can't do that. That was nice.
God,
Dude, honestly, like Minecraft, everyone that I talk to is just like, oh yeah, dude, I've been playing Minecraft recently.
It's just like one of those games that you kind of like pick up out of nowhere, and you're like, damn, bro, I forget how dope this game is.
When I was really young, like I used to shit all over Minecraft. I'd be
I didn't know anything
Minecraft
about
is
it.
gay as fuck, bro. Why are you playing Minecraft? Like, because I thought that everybody was just hopping on Minecraft's dick, honestly. Like,
It was just a part of the bandwagon.
But then it was just like, I started playing Minecraft and I was like, holy shit, dude, this is actually like really fun. And it became one of my favorite games. And like to this day, it's still one of my favorite games because there's just so much funny shit that can happen. And it's like such a simple game that to like pick up. And
You'll be sitting there minding, you're like, bro, I found diamonds. This is so dope. And then all of a sudden, fucking Devin comes running up and hits you into lava and you die.
Yeah, Devin's a piece of shit to play Minecraft. Though, honestly, like he's a piece of shit. Like, there's been times where I'd literally stop playing Minecraft because like, it's like we start a world, we're getting going and whatever, and like Devin goes silent, and you're like, Devin, what's good? Like, are we going over here? And then like he comes up and murders your ass.
The silence because you know there's something coming. You're like,
right,
you don't know what it is, but
and it's like,
you don't know what it is, but he's scheming. He's got something planned.
and he keeps beating your ass, so you can't get your shit back, and then your shit despawns, and then you just shut your Xbox off and go to bed. Because it's like, fuck.
And you can't even exit without a save anymore because it's auto saved.
Yeah, true. Dude, fuck the Xbox version of the new Xbox version of Minecraft.
It's honestly, it's different. Like
I bet you get used to it the more you play with it.
It's just crazy. They straight made it like they're just like, all right, we're gonna get console to the same level as PC, and like that's what it is. It's fucking console is now like at the same level as PC as far as like the water updates and whatnot. I don't think it's far like I think PC is now at, like update 14 point or 1.4.3 or something like that, but like. PC like they're kind of holding them at the same level now because Xbox or like consoles starting to get a decent player base for Minecraft, and I don't know. I guess it's kind of catching their attention.
I'm surprised that it's like starting to now. Like I feel like console Minecraft for us at least has been like a big ass thing, but I guess that's.
Well, I mean, console Minecraft has been a thing forever, but like think about it, that's always been a PC game. Like console Minecraft didn't even have enchanting until like. I could be incredibly wrong about this, but I want to say close to a year after it came out on PC, if not longer. Like, you know, they didn't give a fuck about console, and that's nothing against Mojang or whatever, but fucking, like, it was just console wasn't fucking big. It was just like, okay, you guys can also play Minecraft too if you want. Like, but it was, like, I don't know. Then they were like, oh shit, people do want to play it on console, and it's pretty easy to do. We'll just change up the controls a little bit. Fucking change it a little bit. We can even monetize it, get it so that if they want to buy some texture packs and whatnot. But it's crazy.
And then came Fortnite.
Damn,
that's right where I hop off the boat because it's just like fuck. I just can't get into Fortnite, yo.
I've played a decent bit of Fortnite. Season 2 and like Season 5, I literally put like probably not okay hours into that.
Really?
But like I don't know. Every time I've fallen off Fortnite, and it's hard to get back into. But when I do, dude, that's one of those games I just fucking commit to.
Really? You should commit with me, bro.
It's so hard to get.
I don't
back
put
into
in a lot
Fortnite.
of time to shit like that, and it's just like.
That's one of
I
the
don't
things.
have anything against people that do. It's just like me personally, I don't have the time to put into that, and it's just like if you can't put in that time, it's just kind of. Like I just suck at those games. Like getting a win is not legitimate for me because I suck.
I straight up I have to agree with that because Fortnite like
it's one of those games
you have to understand what's going on, and the only way you're gonna do that is through learning and playing and building the muscle memory and understanding like to the point of where you can react. Like video games are such a reaction time sort of thing, and just like if something happens and you have to correct whatever is going on in order to fix it. So if some motherfucker, for example in Fortnite, jumps up, starts building a skyscraper, you got to know how to take that down or build your own skyscraper. And that's not something that you can really do if you're like, okay, what do you press to build a floor? This? Okay, like you gotta be able to just kind of like floor wall, ramp wall, floor wall, window, shoot. Like, you know.
I don't do shit. Dude, when people start building, bro, I'll stay right at the bottom.
Well, if you have explosives.
I don't even try and break it down. Unless it's like a one stair type shit, I would literally just I won't even fucking try and break it down. I'll just build one above me. I'll be like, because he
Like,
wants.
as far
I mean,
as
people are
yourself
trying to
go.
get up, and I'm just like, you're waiting for me to come to you. So like, I'm gonna do the same. I'm like, I have no reason to come to you.
What about if they?
I
start,
just
like,
got to
shooting
get
at
to
you
the
and
next
shit?
storm. What do you mean?
Like if
Like,
they're
if they're
shooting
far
at you,
away?
like well, I mean, like when you start getting to, like the final storms, people are
Oh,
built up.
I mean,
like they're
final
shooting at
storms.
you, and you're like.
Final storm. I definitely.
I mean, as far as like late storms, I'm always down. Like if I see someone, I'm
I
literally
always gotta
like
be-
fade on sight.
Yeah, I mean, I can do either, but I honestly, my main objective, like, if I gotta get like a launch pad, or I at least gotta get like gliders, so I can get some air. But preferably like either like a rift or a glider, to where I can get up in the air and I can follow that circle. Because the last couple are bitches, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like small, and then like it's smaller, but like far. Like it's fucking far.
That's kind of the nice thing about like Fortnite or whatever is I've just played a shitload of FPSs. So like gunfire
What
and
is
like
that?
firefights, like first person shooters.
Wow.
So like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, fucking all that shit.
But
I mean,
Fortnite's
at
third
Fortnite's third person, but same kind of idea where you have crosshairs. You place it on a target in order to, and then you have to, like, it's real time, you're shooting, and you have to correct as they're moving to try and hit them. Just that kind of deal. So, like, as far as firefights and, like, gunfights, I can usually do pretty decent in that. It's just, like, building and shit and, like, game mechanics as far as, like, explosives or knowing when to heal or knowing, like,
Even like switching
what to
guns.
heal with and shit.
Because
Like,
it's
Yeah.
so different. Dude, this fucking. The cinnamon's fucking.
cinnamon chimes
I
up
can
in
hear it
this
in your
bitch.
voice.
Is my water bottle around here now that's been mentioned? Also, I mean, God.
It's
Damn.
gone.
Destroyed both.
Yeah,
That's
we
all I
just
gotta
screwed
say.
it, bro.
Dude, there were a few times when you guys were just in conversation and Ben and I just looked at each other and it was like, we going? And we just
I
fucking
was like,
doing
"We're
acts,
going?"
bro.
'Cause, like, I'm just trying to
Yeah,
sip
he
on
was
it.
like, we're just gonna sip, and I was like, no, it's been brought up. Like, I
It's
guess we
like-
kind of have to go, bro.
Dear Lord.
I mean, we still got, like, there's some shit in there if you're trying to keep going.
I mean, if it's not wah, then
It's not wah.
I think I'm gay.
You think I'm chilling too. You still dying over
Nah.
Like a G.
How long is this shipping going?
Let me take a look right
What do we got?
now. We're in 2 minutes.
Hey,
This is pretty decent.
I say we go for like an hour and a half.
I'm down.
I feel like an hour is a lot. I feel like we could end it right now, but I feel like let's go for an hour and a half.
Just for I mean, for the sake of like the first one. Huh?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
crawl space this bitch up.
I feel like something that we gotta focus on in the future is like, I think that like shit like, what you guys were talking about in the beginning, like the fighting shit. Those are good topics, but we gotta find a way for like people like me and Van who don't really like
Mhm.
have a lot to say about the topic. Like we need to find shit to like.
I think that's
some
Kieran
way to,
and
like, I don't know if it's really your guys' job or just like.
I think that is our
the
job
per-
as the people who know the kind of like industry.
I feel like
or
it's
the,
like-
the topic. the
I feel
people
like
who
it's like
have
both of the
information about
people's
topic.
jobs in a sense of like, if the person doesn't know a lot about the subject, they just need to like do their best to like ask questions when they
Mhm.
can, and
Yeah.
then the other people who actually know shit about the subject can like loop them in.
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of if you have any questions as far as like who is this guy or what is that or something like that, ask like someone who understands. But at the same time, I think Kieran and I like we kind of have to have that like podcast kind of mindset in that like whatever it is that we're talking about, we need to explain. Okay, this is Donald Cerrone. He's in the 155-pound division. He's pretty decent fighter. He's been fighting for a long time. He's like starting to get up to like 40. He's really good, honestly. He's like one of the craziest combination. Like I don't know. He's just really good at tying those together and stuff. Just that kind of stuff. I use Donald Cerrone as an example, but just exactly whenever we bring up something and we're talking about fights and stuff, just give kind of a background on
Of
it.
context.
Yeah,
context.
exactly. Because I think context is exactly like what people need to understand shit and kind of like, I don't know, fighting's not necessarily everyone's thing, but it's definitely my thing. I'm
That
glad
was all in
Kieran
the back.
shares a little bit of
Definitely
interest in it. And I think for anyone who doesn't understand, but just would like to follow along at least with the conversation, it's important to put that kind of context in so that they can understand
Watch me
what we're
talk
talking
shit.
about and maybe not be so out of the loop. They're always welcome to do their own research because that would definitely help their understanding more. But just for the sake of the conversation, definitely give some more context because I like you guys were saying, like me and Kieran were kind of balls deep in that conversation.
Yeah, and it's
Like-
not even like it was your
like,
guys'
we
fault
should-
because I didn't ask shit.
There was
Yeah,
that one
I was
part
just kinda
when me
rolling
and
along.
Kieran go Tony Ferguson. It's just like Tony Ferguson,
Yeah.
just that kind of deal. Like we need to explain
Michael
who Tony Ferguson, that kind of deal. Michael Lawler, like the real guy's name is Robbie Lawler, but we're just terrible people, so we mentioned Michael Lawler. That kind of deal. I think
I don't know if I can bring
as
this one
we
back,
go.
though. I don't know if I can bring this one back.
Oh,
It's all good. We'll just like make it a half one.
Yo, hold on.
Two
No, I'm
half.
about to literally Frankenstein this bitch. I fucked that shit up earlier too, bro.
But anyways, just what I was talking about is, I think as we get better and as we do more of these, we're gonna kind of understand that whenever we're actually on the podcast, we
Yeah.
kind of have to.
I
have
feel
that
like
kind of
as time goes on,
mentality.
yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
No, sorry,
I'm
I'm
a
just-
little bit.
I mean,
But
there's
fucking-
just stuff going
I feel
on
like
that's
the more,
affecting my speech patterns.
Yeah,
at
the
moment.
more practice we get with this shit, the better we'll get. But I feel like it's important to like point out where we think that we could be a little bit better with some shit.
I think
feel
we
like
definitely.
I definitely could have asked more questions, but I feel like just as long as we address like what should have been done in this situation, like I feel like that's all that matters.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely ask questions because that'll help me and Kieran know what
Mhm.
we need to explain.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Just anyone.
Yeah,
it's good as self
So I
reflect.
feel like we all
Mhm.
have like
Yeah,
our
for
own things where it's like
because I
where we know more than
just as like with myself and infatuating myself so much within the mixed martial arts world, I just like know a bunch of shit, but like being someone from outside of the mixed martial arts world, I don't know how much people like have
Don't know
heard.
yet.
Yeah, exactly. Like I guess I can think back to when I didn't know about martial arts and be like, okay, I mean straight up I didn't know anything about
Yeah.
martial arts, but like I just don't know if that's
Th-
the most
it's
experience
hard
for
to
people.
relate to
Some
that.
people kind of know stuff. Some
yeah,
people
it's
kind of
weird,
don't.
man. Most people just like they know like MMA and that's
Mhm.
it. And
Or even then, like
people
boxing,
literally-
like
yeah,
like
yeah.
boxing's a pretty common thing. Like everyone knows, like boxing. Okay, that's like punching. Like you know, they kind of get that, but like I don't know. Like there's the whole deal where like people always ask like, okay, so like what's UFC? Is that a sport?
Yeah,
And
people
and
call like, oh, do you know UFC? And it's like, wait, what? Like the
Mhm.
like the
the
organization?
organization? They're like, no, the
like,
sport.
Yeah. Do you know like the fighting style, like the UFC, like what?
The UFC. Do you know how to fight UFC?
He would ask
Just like, and it's honestly not
People
their
do-
fault. Just
some-
because
a lot of
without
people just don't
context,
know
it's like-
shit, yeah.
without
No,
context, it's
yeah.
like okay, UFC fighting. I kind of understand these two words go together, but it's like just once you actually understand. I mean, again, just for clarification, UFC is a fighting organization similar to the
NFL,
NFL,
as in for
MLB,
football, MLB, for
something like
baseball.
that. The UFC is the Ultimate Fighting Championship. It's a league in which mixed martial arts fighters compete. Mixed martial arts is the sport.
Yeah, so it's got fucking mixed martial. I was just thinking about that, man. Like mixed martial arts, that's like the perfect name.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like
Mixed-
mixed martial arts.
Mixed
Because-
martial art
With mixed
martial
martial
Oh my
arts,
God, dude.
Mixed martial
Czarface is fucking.
mixed
I'm so
martial
happy.
art with mixed. Have you ever heard that lyric before? So
No, I haven't.
martial obviously
I'm gonna
referencing
break
Eminem.
my fucking
Marshall
neck
Mathers.
trying to get this.
And
Mixed martial art with mixed martial arts.
Because he was talking to, like a little, like a couple bars before.
Yeah.
He was talking about how he, like the, fuck, what is it called, dude? It's like a two.
We're ripping the ball because fuck that.
I'm fucking literally.
There's still
about to
some,
fucking play this shit.
some stuff here.
Some leprechaun juice.
I'm about to look it up and we're
Okay,
doing
I'm
Some
Back.
green on the
I'm
other
about to-
side of the.
I'm about to Kobe this bitch.
Oh,
That cord
Fucking
just
Czarface,
block.
That just
bro.
cock blocked the shit out of me.
I got the rebound.
Hey yo, dude, they got
Hey yo.
fucking. Let me see the lyrics.
Wait a minute.
You can straight up pull fucking
Be
lyrics
careful
up.
of copyright stuff, though, just
Yeah.
as far as playing
Hold
stuff.
on. I'ma do a heel turn.
I'm just a hungry man. Is there anything?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want?
the 1-2 king.
No.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
gotta
yeah,
look
okay,
it up.
so
I
so
think
the
there's
bar is
one more.
so the
cinnamon
bar
thing.
is-
There
this
was
is
some
from-
pretzels.
No, bro, I fucked it
Let me
up.
get his
That's
name.
fine.
I don't.
There's
I
some
think
pretzels over there.
this
I
is
could
either
just
7
show
out
boys.
or the other guy from Czarface. I think this is 7L though.
Mhm.
But the bar is, I'm the one true king of this 1-2 thing. The way I kick my bars and darts, you think I mix martial art with mixed martial arts. So let me break this down real fast. I'm the one true king of this 1-2 thing. So that's referencing his flow and the cadence in which he says his words. So kind of like I'm going to try and imitate. It's like, I'm the one true king of this 1-2 thing. The way I kick my bars and darts, you think I mix martial art with mixed martial arts. So it's kind of like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's just the way that
the way that he keeps
just,
the flow.
yeah, that's like a kind of like a
the rhythm in which he holds. If that makes sense, I don't know.
It's it's hard to explain, yeah, but and then like you think I mix the way I kick my bars and darts, you think I mix martial art with mixed martial arts. So like the way I speak my shit, Marshall Mathers, that's, you think I mix martial arts. He's referencing Marshall Mathers, Eminem, obviously.
Very famous rap artist for anyone who may or may
he
not.
was very well known for his 1-2 flow and the way he perfected it and the way he helped evolve it, and his craft, what he did with his craft with that, that flow pattern. And this guy's saying, I'm the 1-2 king, this 1-2 thing. They're very, they're Czarface, and it's got 7L, fucking, it's either Inspector Deck or one of the other guys from Wu-Tang. But they're very, they're like, Wu-Tang is referenced from, like, I think it's like Japanese, like, martial arts or something. I don't really know the real meaning behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, that's all I really have.
What
That's
were you
crazy.
talking about just then?
We were talking.
What group of people were you talking
Yeah,
about?
who Czarface is. Let me fucking look it
Czarface
up.
is more than one person?
Oh yeah, dude.
What?
So
I didn't know
Czarface
that.
is like his rap supergroup.
What the
So
fuck?
it's
I
like,
didn't know
yeah,
that
dude.
shit. I just know it as like that voice. So I thought that there was just like one person that kind of like didn't like rap in that Czarface voice, but like just kind of embodied.
Yeah, it's
that.
got Inspector
I
Deck.
heard that going for a while.
Yeah. So it's got Inspector Deck, 7L, and Esocentric. And 7L and Esocentric, they're like underground. They're very well known underground guys. And obviously Inspector Deck is from the Wu-Tang Clan. Who's got fucking documentary on Showtime, I'm pretty sure. And then of Mics and Men, and then they got fucking a new
Mike.
show that's gonna be coming.
On Hulu, bro. I saw that
bro.
shit. I've
Dave
seen...
East is playing fucking. Dave East is playing Method Man.
I literally was just about to say Method Man. Like, that's perfect. That's
Can you
perfect.
pass me those pretzels?
Yo, fucking, we gotta be careful with that bag, though. That bitch is gonna be rustling. Actually, it doesn't. You're just gonna hear... Bro, that just reminds me of a video, like, way back when I was shooting videos of just, like, Mob of the Dead playing in, like, 7th grade in my old house. Like, Devin came over one day and we were just playing in the background and all you could hear was him just, like, eating out of this bag of chips and salsa. Like, I was playing zombies and
Was
you
it
could
Tostinos?
Tostinos?
Tostitos? Whatever.
No,
Tostinos?
hold the fuck on. I'm trying to remember what it actually
I think Tostinos is the frozen pizza.
No,
and
Totino's.
Oh.
I'm getting confused as fuck,
Hold on,
yo. What's happening?
hold on.
The train is hitting me at the same time.
Hold on.
too, so it's
Say
like-
what the one you said. What's the one you said? Totino's?
Totino's frozen pizza.
Tostinos
Tostitos is the chips, yo. I'm pretty sure that's right?
I don't even know.
Tostitos chips? Like tortilla chips?
Yeah, Totinos. Totinos is the pizza.
Tostitos, like scoops.
Tostitos. Tostitos is the chips.
Okay.
You remember
Back on
those
track.
green chili ones, bro?
It's a ghost!
Dude, did I show you the shit when I went to when I went to the Stanley
I
Hotel?
was gonna know the...
Hold
I
on, bro.
literally saw that like flip over.
In the audio, it's just gonna be like out of nowhere. It's a ghost! And then the conversation just switches. Like,
Hold on, hold the fuck up. I need to show you this
keep
shit,
saying
bro.
what you're saying. No, the orbs. You did show me how they like.
Okay,
moved
hold
down
on.
the
We're
hall.
gonna talk about this ghost shit.
Did I show you? Hold on. I gotta show you guys
Send
this
the bus
shit.
down.
I went to the on July 26th, bro. I went to the fucking. I was about to say the Tostinos Hotel.
God damn.
I went to the Stanley Hotel, and they're like very known for like ghost shit. Like
Stanley Hotel's cool.
they filmed The Shining there and shit. But these fucking orbs, bro. I saw these orbs in a fucking face. Like we took, like the fast pictures, so where it like takes like 5 or 6 at a time.
Bursting my dog's asshole.
Burst. All right, Braden, come over here so I can show you.
I've already seen this shit, so you guys are the main audience.
For the people who's watching at home, Kieran, will you explain this a little bit?
Yeah. So we went to the Stanley Hotel and we took burst photos. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So it's 4 photos that are taken within a second. So it's and fucking. So there's these orbs. There's these. Let me turn my brightness up. There's these orbs, and like orbs are like, I think they're like a sign of a ghost or something. They're like.
That's a pretty common thing. Like
representation.
a spirit can be
So
displayed
there's-
as
So
some sort
there,
of
so in this room, there's in total there's 1, 2. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Damn.
And so they're there. So they're all there here, and then like in these 4 photos, they're gonna move to the right a little bit. So that's there, and so like that one's like off the stairs, and it's here. And, like this one's only got 1 on this little wood piece right here, and this one's here. And then, next photo, these 2 are all the way off the wood there. One's are off like the staircase, the other one's off the staircase, and this one in the top is completely gone. And then this last one's weird as fuck, man. So these 2 are all the way over here. There's 2 here, 2 here, and look what the fuck that is. It's like a ghost face, bro.
I feel like when
Wait,
it comes
where?
to shit like that, okay, just finish taking
Wait,
it.
just like
take it.
where's the face? Like
Take it in.
come on,
So,
like,
like,
point
what
that
I'm
out to
saying.
me
Okay, so
specifically.
there's like orbs here.
Mhm.
Orbs moved over to the right. And look, there's no one here. There's no one in this part right here. There's no one here. The guide is over here. You'll see him in the next picture.
Mhm.
He's there, and there's no way he can move from here to here that fast.
Damn.
And it's just like you can see like the shadows of eyes and like kind of gray hair.
Okay.
It's like
So
not
I feel
there.
like.
So
Okay.
to explain this to
And
That's
viewers.
crazy, bro.
There's a staircase in this hotel that Kieran took some pictures in front of. He took these burst pictures, and you can see multiple of these orbs, and they're all kind of drifting off to the right throughout these pictures. And in the very last picture, you can in all the pictures previously, right? This is burst photo, so it means that these are all coming, like it's like 4 or 5 pictures within
4
a second.
pictures total, yeah.
4 pictures within a second.
Hopefully, when we edit this shit, we'll just put them in there because it shouldn't be that hard to fucking just put them in there when we put this out.
Yeah.
Put this out. So.
But so
I'll
in the
talk
very
serious.
last picture, you can see pretty clearly there, like in all of the previous pictures, there was nothing behind the stairwell. But in the very last picture, there's some sort of. It almost looks like a person, just like straight skin, like
It
color,
yeah, it
like
looks
half
like it
of
was,
a
like,
face,
cut off from, like,
like
the shoulders. It was just
like
the
half
head.
of a face like cut off, and then with 2 of the orbs, they had drifted over to the right and essentially right where like the eyes would be on whatever this figure is. If it wasn't like if half of the head wasn't like cut off,
Yeah.
those 2 orbs were at. So it was kind of a weird.
That was weird. I don't know
Weird
what
little
that
picture.
is.
That was strange. That's crazy that you caught that on camera.
I
though.
know, dude.
I feel like okay. So what I was gonna say is like, my initial thought with that shit is just like I'm not like skeptical to the point where I'd say that shit doesn't exist, but it's like, I always try to like debunk that shit like as fast as I can in my head. It's like okay, well those could be pieces of dust or like whatever, but I feel like in those pictures specifically, they're too consistent, and they're too like the same shape every time to be like, oh, I just hit it with the flash and like this dust particle like hit this piece of, or the flash hit this dust particle in a certain way and it made it like shine. It was like these are all really consistent, and like when it like we're not talking about that shape where it like looks like a face. Like it actually looks like a fucking face, and it's like, it's not even on some like skeptical shit. Like it is and it isn't, but it's like it looks more legit than not. So when we put these pictures in there, we'll leave it up to your interpretation. But honestly, I feel like that shit's pretty legit. That's
It's something. I don't know if it's a ghost. I don't know if it's just.
just chilling. Just
I don't
something.
know what.
It's definitely weird. Like I was saying about the dust, it's like it's too consistent.
Yeah,
to be
dude, because
dust,
it's like
bro.
boom, boom, still same distance.
Well,
or
and it's
just
at, yeah,
the
and it's
same
at a
shape.
distance, so
It's
the
like
same
no light
shape.
would be hitting dust at like a,
Yeah.
like
'Cause
15
it's
foot,
at least like
15
15
feet
foot,
away
like,
to be
yeah,
hitting
like 15
like.
feet away, like 8 to 10 feet.
If
up.
the dust was like right in front of the camera, you might be able to
Yeah.
see some sort of.
And it was like
distortion,
lights
but
on.
It was like 15
and the
feet
lights
away.
were on too. I feel like
Mhm.
with the lights off, you definitely would have gotten more dust. But lights were.
Was it
this
even
a-
with flash? I don't even remember.
No,
the
it was a
picture.
fully
Okay,
lit
yeah,
room.
yeah.
It was a fully lit room. So
Those lights
So
were
even
very
then,
vibrant,
it was
though.
just some weird shit to be like there. It wasn't even like the light was hitting it weird.
Were
Like,
you able to like see that in that second? Like
Probably
I don't
not.
know, did you
Oh,
no,
guys see?
dude, I was literally just like first. It was like hit my phone for a little bit, stop, and then like I would just go over here and hit because it was like they were just like take a lot of pictures because you might see something. I was like, all right. It was just like corner of the room, middle of the room, other side of the room, like if something that like looked kind of dark, and then like that was
if
it.
they, I know there's, at the same time, just like the skeptic in me is like, would they really push it that hard, like in terms of like a tourist aspect of like, damn, like do they have something in
Yeah,
there
that's
that,
what I
like-
was thinking. I was like, is there something that would like just like the light, like the smallest thing would like bring out like.
I don't know. At the same time, maybe it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. Like, maybe they wouldn't go that far because it's like maybe it'd be more obvious if they were trying to do some shit like that.
I think it's just people realize there's money behind it of like the ghost coming, and so they want to like deliver on that experience.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it's like if they were really trying to pull off some like spooky shit, and it's like they're trying to make it look like something was happening. I feel like it'd be more obvious to where you wouldn't have to catch it in a picture. But at the same time, maybe that's the point. Maybe
Yeah.
they only do subtle shit. But like, is it worth it? Like, do they really? I feel like that'd be a lot of wasted time, just like into one person like taking a picture, and it's like, oh shit, it's actually haunted.
I bet.
Like,
Versus,
because,
like,
do
all
they
the pictures
bank
they
on
would take that might not
do they
actually be
bank
haunted.
do they bank on conversations like this to like drive people to their hotel?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
Like but maybe that's the thing is it's like if
because
it's
that's what
like,
it's known for.
if
at the end
if
of the
it's
day.
spread
like,
throughout
it's
enough
haunted.
people, maybe it does pay off. Like maybe conversations like this just add up.
No, I mean you just think about it. You're like, hey, I want to go stay at the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah,
one
because
time.
it's
Or
like-
Stanley
Is that
Hill,
the-
the Stanley Hotel one time because
Is that the
it's
one?
haunted.
Is that the one that's right next to fucking?
It's right in
the
Estes
Springs.
Park.
Is that by the Springs?
Like Colorado Springs.
Glenwood Springs.
Yeah. Is that the one that's literally?
Is
right
it though?
across from it?
Because it was only like an hour and a
Because
half
there's-
drive.
No,
I don't think so
no,
because it's
there's a
Is
different
that
one
the
that's haunted
Colorado
in
Hotel?
Glenwood. There's a different one that's haunted in Glenwood, but I can't think what it's called.
It's the I'm talking because Devin when I went up there with Devin and his mom, fucking we went to it was either the Colorado Hotel or whatever or something.
It might have been the
literally
Colorado.
right across from the hot
pools.
springs.
Yeah.
That's the Colorado.
yeah,
one.
because it's in like Estes Park,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it doesn't have. I don't know if Estes
Did you
Park
guys go
has
in there and
hot
get tea?
I don't think so.
Because Devin fucking went in there. He's like, every time I go here, I get tea. And I was like, there's a tea spot in here, and we went into like the fucking like dungeons of this hotel, like 2 stories underground. There was just like some tea shop. There were like pipes running on the ceiling shit that we were
Damn.
walking down. It was like fucking like the shining carpet type shit. Just like I
Yeah.
was like, God, we're gonna get murdered down here.
We fucking
And we
went.
were
it's
we
scary.
walked and there was just like some tea shop and Devin got some tea and I was like, damn, I don't know how this place stays in business. Like I don't know who's coming down here, but apparently enough people know about it.
Maybe not anymore because like fucking he didn't even mention any shit about that, so maybe that shit went out of business. But like I don't know, in that hotel like we just kind of like explored it a little bit, and it was like we went into this one like kind of like I don't know below fucking first floor place, and it was just like fucking old shit, and it was just like weird that it was
Mhm.
there. It was just fucking weird. Definitely a cool place though. Definitely a cool place. What do we got for time? Think quick. Okay, everybody guess the time right now. I want to say an hour and 20. Hour 18 minutes is what I'm saying.
Hour 26.
Hour 30.
What are you saying, Braden?
I'm deep in thought. Hour 24.
Damn, that's my favorite.
Literally.
Let's go!
What's up, man? Braden, that was
Somehow
right.
got that on the
That
fucking
was
dot.
hour 24, like what? That was like 29 or 30, right? When we fucking caught that shit.
Hour 24. Damn. That's fucking dang.
Champion Leo. Say we keep this shit rolling for another 6 minutes and we call this shit a night on the podcast.
Okay, so what else like is something probably necessary that we should bring up on the first podcast? Like we got the introductions down.
I don't know.
I don't know if we mentioned this necessarily in the beginning. It probably was a little bit evident by Van saying that he didn't know this was going on when he got here. But the main kind of portion of this is me, Kieran, and Seth. Braden, Kieran, and Seth. And we're just going to kind of have buddies coming through. This is the thing. This is the Crawlspace. This is just a little dang
That's such a
hangout.
dope name. I love
It is. That's it, dude.
This
That's
is a
it.
this is a little hangout where
I wish-
everyone comes through and we fucking got our deal going. So, it's just kind of... That's the vibe we're trying to keep up in this beat.
Yeah, I feel like just like keeping it real fucking natural and just like a conversation in here where we really just like keep it like really a really comfortable like conversation, just like type atmosphere like I don't know, that's the most important thing.
That's how it started. It was like we have these conversations like, we get stoned and we have these conversations and they just flow through us, and it's like, like talking, like, I mean, even when we're sober, like, we have really good conversation, but it's just, like, conversation in general. It's like, we're not here to, like, try and make money. We're not here to try and get, like, recognition from people.
Yeah.
Like, we're just here to literally have a conversation. That's what a podcast is. That's, when you break it down, it's literally what it is. It's it's just conversation. It's just talking. And that's what this came from. And that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. You listen to the shit for the personalities that are on it, just, like, I don't know. I think that it's really key for just everybody that's on this shit to feel like they can be like themselves, because it's, I don't know. What you come here for is just to listen to some dope ass people just talk about some random ass shit. It's just really, you come here to just, I don't know, just kind of absorb just like the fucking weird ass shit that is said. Really.
Well, and that's the dope thing. It's kind of like,
as
this goes, not to make a fucking shitload of noise with this pretzel bag, but as this podcast goes, like, we're hoping to do this consistent enough to where like we can kind of like have this going for like a year, 2 years, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys necessarily what the plans are, but just like have this going for a decent chunk of time. We can see ourselves change as people and fucking grow, and like as
people
we're going
can grow
through life,
with
we're
us,
fucking
too.
checking in on this podcast and like keeping it in and like
just the shit that we talk about. Like, this was just the first time. This was the first podcast. Like, we talked about whatever we talked about, but like in the future we're gonna cover a bunch of shit. Like, one of the things that like
I almost want to use like this kind of podcast base as like motivation to go and learn shit, so that like I have more like diverse more diverse
we
topics
can have like
to like
other
explore.
people on here. Like, we can have people that we don't really know, and it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
we're like getting
Learn
to know
about
them.
people.
We're gonna learn about them, and they're gonna learn about us too.
yeah, just it's all about having that fucking
It's
conversation.
just like human connection. Like,
Straight up.
Because like honestly, like what got me into podcasts was like listening to Joe Rogan. I feel like that's what's got just other podcasts in general getting people into that shit. Cause you're just you're just talking, like you're learning, and it's just like you're like me personally. I feel like I literally know Joe Rogan. Like, he's my friend. Like I hang out with him.
And he has so much footage, and he's such a real ass dude on there that
and
it's
he's
just
like he's. And I love that about that, and I was like, I would like to, make that connection with someone else. Like, even if it's just like one person, or if it's, like 20, it's like, I'm growing myself, we're all growing ourselves, and other people can grow with us, and they can, they can get to know us. And like, I literally feel like Joe Rogan is like my friend, and I've literally never.
That's the thing, is like, in order to make sort of like, like Seth and I were talking, just kind of like the network as far as like music, fucking the podcast, and like, I don't know, I really fucking enjoy gaming, so whatever we end up doing with that, fucking just like in order to make that shit interesting, like I'm gonna need to do interesting shit,
Yeah.
and so like I kind of want to use that to fucking just propel. Like I want to do interesting shit in order to
Yeah.
keep this shit
Yeah,
interesting.
so like, we're not trying to make it like other there's other podcasts that are like solely based on just like one certain thing. Like I know there's some there's one that's like toys were us or something like that. They literally just talk about toys, and there's like a video game only ones, and there's like movie
Dude, the stuff.
There's like, I mean, there's ones that like people like review movies on, and there's just like one topic things, and we're like, no disrespect to them, obviously, you know, they're big and like
They got their own
It's just a very
they're
niche
doing their own
thing.
thing, and like there's not. What I'm trying to say really is just like there's not like a certain, you know, like genre that we're trying to go for, a certain type that we're just talking about everything. We're just talking about whatever. We don't. You know, obviously there's going to be like some plan to the conversation, but it's not going to be like, oh, like we plan to talk about this and only this. Like it's an open book.
Going with this shit. I'm cold with this shit. Flow is as sick as a fucking bitch. That's okay.
It's
that's
like you sucking on my dick and get up inside this bitch when I'm rolling up.
Okay,
in
so-
the shit. I'm rolling up a fat shit.
Okay, so honestly, that's some dope ass shit to end this on. Like, anytime there's any fucking like second of silence, one of us has to start freestyling, and it's like
That's a rule we've created in order to keep the podcast a little bit. interesting.
yeah. So like, that was fucking something that was perfect to come up right at the end, literally right at fucking 90 minutes.
I
bro.
completely forgot about it, so it was dope.
That was the first time that shit came up. Like, literally, the whole hour and a half we've been doing this shit, there's been some form of conversation going between at least two people in this shit, so...
That's pretty fucking dank. We definitely split off into like multiple conversations.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
a couple times.
Sometimes.
That's okay.
That's
okay,
just something that we gotta
That's okay,
like.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's just something that happens,
doing
but I
our
think we
thing.
just need to be more conscious of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get off task and fucking get into another conversation, that was fucking Crawlspace podcast, episode number 1. With Braden,
Zero
Van,
uno.
Kieran, and Seth, myself. So, yeah. Whoever listens to this shit, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good ass rest of your day. Anybody else got some shit that they want to say?
Adios, fellers.
Peace.
Fucking
Take it
12:38 in the
easy.
morning.
Yeah.
Word. On the